Time to enjoy my day off. Back at it again, huh? 12:30 AM, exhausted. Grueling work in the Amazon Prime lithium mines, brought to you by Pfizer tomorrow, and yet you are still queuing up for that game.
And what the actual fuck are you doing? You're so fucking bad!
Grinding through daily quests, limited time events, and peer-pressured MMR hunting before the season ends. Existential dread is best served right before bedtime, and you gotta ask yourself, was that game ever fun? You've got a myriad of games in your library after all. You know you could be playing something you'd actually enjoy, but unfortunately the industry we all so love and adore have caught you in a carefully engineered psychological trap. Not that kind. Why do we keep playing games we hate, we resent, we mold over? Is it an intersection of cognitive biases and increasingly predatory game design? Or are we just stupid? Firstly, sunk cost fallacy, aka the sole reason why your parents haven't given up on you yet. Everything from finances to career choices to relationships, sunk cost fallacy is one of the single most powerful cognitive biases we possess, except for the cognitive dissonance you feel when wiping yourself down after a late night impreg trap-dowshin session as a straight and heterosexual male. Simply put, we have an irrational tendency to continue investing in something because we've already invested in it, even when abandoning it would be the rational choice. If you've already spent 500 hours in the game, $500 on cosmetics, and 500 keyboards in a fit of gamer rage because the worthless scrub top laner can't call miss, the thought of walking away feels like all that time was wasted. Completely illogical, of course. That time is already gone, along with your youthful potential. It's already wasted. Whether you play another 500 hours or uninstall right now, you will never get that time, money, and hairline back. Logically, the question should be, will the next hour you spend in the game be worth it? And will your dad ever love you? We, of course, know the answer to this, but our smooth brains simply don't work that way. We are loss-averse creatures. The classic study on this reveals that losing something feels roughly twice as psychologically impactful as gaining something of equal value. Emotionally, you'd rather avoid dropping a $50 bill than you would like to find a $100 bill. Abandoning your long hours spent in a game doesn't just feel like losing time, it feels like losing. Period. And the more time and effort you've invested in the game, the more likely you are to cling to that perceived invested progress, and the more likely you are to start hating the game, its mechanics, and the community, especially the community. But this goes deeper than just raw hours. Despite how pathetic it sounds, we tie our identities to our accomplishments, even when they are entirely digital. They are intrinsically, regardless of perceived value by our peers, tied with our concept of self due to the time we've invested into it. I don't ever purport to be a pro gamer, except capital G gamer, that is. Yet, if I ever yap about Hoi 4, good chance that I'll throw some of my so-called achievements on the screen. Are they significant? No. Did I get them on a lucky seed playing unhistorical? Yes. Will they give me back my 1700 hours I've spent in the game and make my bed feel less lonely at night? You tell me. Yet, I can't help but ascribe personal accomplishment in these achievements, because in spite of how much I might attempt to deny it, I have an amount of identity investment in being, God forgive me, a Hearts of Iron 4 enjoyer. Even admitting that feels like it should be done in a somber, yet politically colorful Hoi 4 addict sharing circle, in a gas chamber, that is. But I can't help but assign significance to these achievements because the game is significant to my identity as a video game enjoyer, because the game represents a significant chunk of my free time. Now, I am still an avid enjoyer of Hoi 4, but maybe one day I too will find my enjoyment of the game drained. Maybe one day I will resent my time spent in Hoi 4, desperately clinging on to the nostalgic feeling of designing nonsense divisions, doing world conquests with actual passion in my heart instead of loathing, while I listlessly download mod after mod after mod. And when that day comes, much like the poor, unfortunate souls in League of Legends Remission or World of Warcraft Palliative Care, I too must grapple with the emotional realization that walking away means admitting that part of our identity, perhaps a very significant part, was built on something we don't even enjoy anymore. But not today, bish. Today the Emperor calls for help, and I answer faithfully. And at least, being a single-player hermit nowadays, I am shielded from another evolutionary adaptation turned maladaptation. But enough about your 2TB femboy folder. FOMO, fear of missing out, not just a modern buzzword like YOLO, Sibao or Gestapo, but a direct result of our barbarian ancestors, surviving by staying connected to their social groups and not missing out on important resources like meat, rocks, sticks. That anxiety you feel when you hear your friends talking about limited time content you missed, the raid you couldn't attend because your mom made you do your algebra homework, the stupid bitch, or the social aspect of queuing up with the boys for a quick, easy breezy 55-minute rage fest in the Rift. That is your ancient, ancestral brain screaming that you're going to be left behind by your tribe. Modern game studios exploit this mercilessly. Limited time events, seasonal exclusives, battle passes that expire. Better play right now or regret missing out forever. And especially battle passes are a somewhat sick concept. Outside of being one of the most blatant examples of industry avarice and creative bankruptcy, it is manipulation of your psyche to the utmost degree. You've already spent the money. Now, if you don't play enough to unlock what you've paid for, you've wasted that money. Sunk cost fallacy activates immediately. FOMO activates immediately. Loss aversion activates immediately. Every tier you don't reach means missing out on content. Worthless content, by the by, yet exacerbated by the frigid feeling of throwing hard-earned money away. This is pressure. Fabricated, manufactured pressure that keeps you queuing into games that you have long since grown tired of. It is a treadmill to nowhere, and even if you don't fall for the battle pass, your friends, your tribe might. And then what? They'll be grinding endlessly. How many games are you willing to miss out on playing with the bros? I have never bought a battle pass in my life, despite having a fair few hours in games like Apex Legends, but I still played endlessly beyond the mental expiration rate of that game, because I wanted to hang out with the dogs. And I can only sit and wonder how much of their compulsion to play was based on reaching certain tiers in their battle passes rather than enjoyment. I have probably close to 3,000 hours spread across League of Legends back when the game only had a North America server, and Dota 2 before Techies was released. And at most, I have probably enjoyed 10 of those hours in total. But we were stacking up with full teams. 5 bros coming together. What else were you supposed to do? The games didn't even need player retention manipulation mechanics. It got outsourced to our need for social bonds. I was top laning for my life out here. If I wasn't queuing up, they would find someone else and I would be excluded from the tribe. At least, that's what my immature monkey brain was screaming out to me. Social exclusion is real. It literally activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Miss too many raids, fall too far behind in levels, rank, or just sheer skill, and you're the one holding everyone back. You're the weak link in the tribe. You are the monkey who's gotta go. Even if the game isn't real, the shame sure is. As stupid and emotionally immature as it sounds now that I'm in my early 30s, that was some real shit back then. We can't deny our psychological architecture. Just look at Tamagotchis back then and people with their AI girlfriends and boyfriends now. Actually, let's let's not look at them. It's way too depressing. As much as I would love to put all the blame on large game corporations, developers and publishers, we must recognize the enemy within. Not the 2 pounds of shredded American cheese you ate directly out of the fridge, but your own brain working against you. Even if you tap out of the rift earlier than the rest of your group, or entirely leave that godforsaken game behind, would you actually lose contact with that friend group? And if indeed that current social group, your tribe as of right now, is entirely contingent on your willingness to mentally torture yourself in ranked League of Legends, ask yourself if that social group is even worth it. Outside of the sheer idiocy of recreationally playing a video game you hate, are you not holding yourself back from spending that time seeking other, more worthwhile social groups with activities more in line with your current sentiment, such as running, lifting, and fentanyl? That game you are booting up right now, the one you're in queue for right now, are you playing because you want to, or because you've been engineered to? Do you recognize that your past time enjoyed can never be wasted time, even if you stop now? It will only ever be wasted time if you keep going joylessly. No. The Rift calls.
Thank you. Now watch this dry.
Alright, that was a video. Thank you so much for watching this far, and if you liked the video, why not watch one of my other equally quality certified creations like this one, where I discuss who the most racist Nord in Skyrim is. Check out my support links down below, like and comment for the good old algo, and subscribe for even more cromulent videos to come. See ya!